Spencer, so long the bellwether of the British High Street, has blamed the rain for its worst sales figures in years. Their UK quarterly sales fell 2.8% and clothing and general merchandise slumped nearly 7%. Analysts say the weather wasn't to blame, rather it was mistakes by the management. Our consumer editor Chris Choi explains.
June rain hadn't been this bad for almost 100 years. M&S blame it for hammering down sales. But some fashion insiders say problems run far deeper.
For too long, they've got the clothing wrong when they've got so many other things right. People have forgiven them and they'll continue to forgive them for not for much longer.
If you want to take a financial health check of the high street, take the temperature of M&S right now. It's not looking good, and what really piles pressure on its boss is that you don't have to look very far to see people who are doing an awful lot better.
Next, a relative newcomer is catching up with Marks & Spencer, which launched St Michael brand in 1928. It's been the biggest fashion retailer ever since, but last week its market capitalisation, the total value of shares, was £5.1 billion, compared with £5.3 billion for Next, which has fewer shops, no food, no property and fewer customers. M&S also faces growing online competition from the likes of ASOS, which reported an 8% rise in sales today.
What do you think of that?
This independent analyst welcomes news that the current head of M&S Womenswear will leave and that the chain will appoint its first ever style director, a former Debenhams executive.
I think she'll be looking at the brands to really focus on how they should be moving going forward, the kind of products they should be offering, and hopefully really building some personality into the brands.
But this merchandising consultant believes M&S must listen to its 21 million customers.
Can I just ask why you wouldn't wear it? The colour's quite garish.
It looks like you work for a store.
It looks like a supermarket. I read consumer groups, focuses, I listen to them, and I hear, look, we're not being listened to. This is not the Marks & Spencers we want.
Marks had expected this to be a summer to remember. These financial figures they may rather forget. Chris Choi, ITV News.
Spain's 30